Eala starts sixth tournament of the year in Dubai and her sixth tournament of the year. Eala dives straight into a familiar fight at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships. A round of 64 rematch with Hailey Baptiste late Sunday night, Manila time. The world number 40 versus number 39 are practically side by side at a year ago. Eala edged Baptiste in the 2025 WTA 250 Eastbourne qualifiers, surviving 6-1, 7, 7-6, 4, 6-1, dropping a brutal opening set tiebreak before running away with the third. Read. Eala stuns world number 56 Baptiste, reaches Eastbourne Open main draw. They meet again, this time on hard surface, not before 11:00 p.m. Alex's jam-packed first 2 months. This will be Eala's sixth stop this season following a semi-final at the ASB Classic in Auckland, main draw debut at the Australian Open, quarter-final finishes at the Philippine Women's Open and Abu Dhabi Open, and round of 64 exit at the Qatar Total Energies Open. That she's coming off a 6-6, 7-8, 1-6 loss to Teresa Valentova in Doha. Baptiste isn't entering fresh off a win either, as she fell to Ekaterina Alexandrova, 6-3, 7-5, 6-3, in the Abu Dhabi semifinals. Get more of the latest sports news and updates on spin.ph. Notice on unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph content. Please be notified that any unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph's content and/or materials is a direct violation of its legal and exclusive rights to the same and shall be subject to appropriate legal action. S. Eala starts her sixth tournament of the year in Dubai. The desert air in Dubai carries a different kind of heat in February. It is not only the sun that presses against the skyline of glass and steel, nor the golden light reflecting off the Arabian Gulf. It is anticipation. For Eala, stepping onto the hard courts in Dubai to begin her sixth tournament of the year, the warmth feels earned. It is the glow of effort, of miles traveled, of early mornings and late finishes, of a season already in motion. 6 tournaments in, and the year is still young. Just 18, Eala does not move like someone overwhelmed by expectation. She moves with rhythm, measured, deliberate, quietly fierce. Her tennis bag rests against the bench as she surveys the court, her mind mapping out angles before her feet ever touch the baseline. Each tournament this year has been a chapter. Dubai is the next page, waiting to be written in sharp, spinning forehands and fearless returns to season in motion. The tennis calendar does not wait for anyone. It sweeps players from continent to continent, hard court to clay, indoor arenas to open-air stadiums. For Eala, the early stretch of the season has been a test of endurance as much as talent. 6 tournaments means 6 sets of first serves, 6 draws to decipher, 6 opportunities to rise, and sometimes to stumble. But that is the beauty of tennis. Every week begins at 0. Dubai offers something symbolic. It is a city built from ambition, rising from desert sands into a skyline that looks like a promise. Eala's season feels similar, constructed point by point, game by game. Each match she has played this year has laid another brick in her foundation. The year did not begin in Dubai, but Dubai feels like a pivot point. Between past and possibility, Eala's journey has always carried the weight of history and hope. As one of the brightest talents from the Philippines, she stands not only for herself but for a growing tennis culture back home. The sport in her country has long searched for a steady star, someone to turn scattered dreams into something tangible. With every tournament she enters, that spotlight follows her. Yet in Dubai, she seems lighter. Perhaps it is because she understands now that growth is not linear. Some matches this year have brought dominant victories. Clean, controlled, decisive. Others have forced her into long rallies, tiebreaks, moments where nerves flicker and doubts whisper. Those moments are teachers. They remind her that resilience is a muscle, strengthened by strain. By the time she arrives in Dubai for her 6th tournament, she carries lessons stitched into her game. The forehand is heavier, the footwork sharper, the composure steadier. The hard courts of Dubai's hard courts reward clarity. The ball travels fast under the sun, bouncing with intent. There is little room for hesitation. Players must commit, to the serve, to the return, to the daring cross-court winner that threads the needle. For Eala, the hard court has become a proving ground. Her left-handed angles slice differently, forcing opponents to recalibrate. The wide serve on the ad side opens space. The backhand down the line becomes a sudden strike of lightning. But more than technique, Dubai tests temperament. In a city known for spectacle, tennis remains a quiet duel, one mind against another, one heartbeat measured against the ticking scoreboard. Eala's calm demeanor becomes her anchor. She does not rush between points. She resets. She breathes. She adjusts the visor against the glare and prepares again. 6 tournaments in, she knows the rhythm. Growth in the gaps between tournaments, there are flights, hours suspended above clouds, headphones on, reviewing match footage or simply staring out the window. There are practice sessions where repetition carves instinct. There are conversations with coaches dissecting patterns. Why did that second serve sit up? Why did the rally shift at 4-4? These invisible hours shape the visible ones. Dubai becomes more than another entry on the schedule. It is a checkpoint. A chance to measure how far she has come since the first tournament of the year. In January, perhaps there were nerves about ranking points and early exits. By February, there is clarity. The season is long and progress is cumulative. Every tournament offers data about fitness, about strategy, about mental endurance. By the 6th, patterns begin to emerge. Strengths solidify. Weaknesses narrow. Eala steps into Dubai not as a newcomer, but as a competitor seasoned by the opening stretch of the year. Carrying a nation back home in the Philippines, alarms ring at odd hours to watch her matches. Social media hums with encouragement. Young players gather at local courts, imagining themselves in her place, serving under foreign skies. This connection is both fuel and fire. Eala understands that representation matters. Each tournament is an opportunity to broaden the map of tennis, to remind the world that talent blooms everywhere, not only in traditional strongholds. In Dubai, surrounded by international stars and rising prospects, she carries that awareness quietly. It does not weigh her down. Instead, it steadies her. She plays not to prove she belongs, but because she knows she does. The 6th beginning. There is something poetic about the number 6 in this context. It is not the first flush of excitement, nor the fatigue of a season's end. It is the middle of a beginning. By the 6th tournament, routines are established. Warm-up drills feel automatic. The pre-match playlist no longer changes. The grip tape is wrapped the same way every time. Superstitions may have formed, a specific sock order, a particular stretch before stepping onto court. These rituals create control in a sport that offers little of it. When the umpire calls time and the first serve is struck, everything resets. The scoreboard reads 0-0. The crowd quiets. The sun hangs high. The 6th tournament feels just as urgent as the first. Learning to adapt. Dubai's field is competitive. International players converge here, chasing ranking points and momentum.